Trump holding a raucous rally in New York, a state that he says he can win. Joining me now, Raymond Arroyo, Fox News contributor, Chris Bedford, author of The Beltway Brief, and Kaylee McGhee, Blankley Fellow with the Steamboat Institute. Raymond, thoughts tonight?
Look, Trump was upbeat, joyous, but he did something Kamala Harris has been having some difficulty doing. With her, it's all the personal narrative. You heard Trump lay out in very emotional terms what the electorate's going through. They can't afford food. They can't afford electricity. They're having difficulty with the crime situation, especially on the streets of New York. I think he struck a chord and hit his stride tonight. It was really the upbeat, positive Trump that, frankly, we needed more of.
Yeah, and he wove in the personal narrative, too, his time in New York as a kid growing up. Chris, he just made the point that we're going to deport all these people that are here. 54%, The Hill writes the piece today, 54% of Americans want the migrants deported, period. Stunning.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you chose to run this rally tonight because he was more on point than I've seen him in a long time, hitting those policies, talking about the things that people care about, more about that than about himself or anything like that. And this is New York's a city that's been changed. The face of it's been changed, just like Washington, D.C. has been changed by illegal immigration. It feels like a border town at times. I remember the morning of Election Day 2016, all the reporters were running around Times Square looking for a Trump supporter. They couldn't find them. But all of the police officers, if you asked them, the firefighters who were there protecting us, who did you vote for? They would smile and nod and say, I couldn't possibly say, because they were all Trump supporters. And that's the kind of people he was talking to today.
Kaylee, the crowds waiting for him in Manhattan today as they closed down the streets. You know, Trump can maybe say, oh, they're all waiting. But I got reports from people who were on the street saying you couldn't believe it.
Lining the streets, waiting just to see his motorcade. And I love when he said earlier that he's going to lower our taxes and lower our stress levels. Because you know what? Sign me up. I'm sick of the past 4 years.
How about a mother of 3 teenagers?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? This is the Trump that won over my friends and family back home in Michigan in 2016. And I get the feeling watching this rally that this time around, it's not going to be particularly close. I don't know if he wins New York, but the fact that he's willing to go there signals to people back in the swing states that he is unwilling to give up on anyone, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're Republican, blue state or red state. He is in the fight for everyone, and I think that's a very compelling message.
1 to 10, how important was this rally in New York?
Oh, this was a 10 tonight. He knocked it out of the ballpark, and he took from Kamala Harris part of her narrative.
I'd say I'd break it similarly, because the Democrats are going to outraise you. So you got to make them spend to defend their home turf.
Kaylee?
I think it was 10. He was right on message, focused on policy and substance.
Well, I'm telling you, this is very interesting. And as someone from New England, I want him to go to Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Vermont, too. Panel, thank you all for waiting with us tonight. We really, really appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.